And right now, massive global car makers are spending billions of dollars chasing electric dreams. But meanwhile, one specific company is quietly taking over using a completely different strategy today. They simply decided to completely ignore the electric trend and focus entirely on common people. This is the true story of a very highly practical car, priced near $6,000. It forces massive industry leaders to finally question their very expensive and complicated business models. So how exactly does a brand offer such incredible value without losing their profit margins? Are they using some hidden new technology that other global competitors do not know about? Or did they just find a clever way to blend standard petrol with affordable fuel? The reality is much more fascinating than any advanced battery technology currently on the market. Before diving into the details, you must understand the unique landscape of this consumer market. This brand is arguably one of the strongest and most resilient car manufacturers operating today. They currently hold a market share so large that smaller competitors constantly struggle to survive. Millions of their reliable vehicles are sold globally to people who simply want affordable transportation. These buyers do not care about flashy features, they just need something dependable every day. And the original vision of this company was always to serve those exact working families. That core philosophy remains their absolute biggest strength in a market obsessed with luxury upgrades. But how do they actually keep the final retail costs down to such impressive levels? They rely entirely on a brilliant, high-volume and low-margin strategy to generate profits. They do not make huge money on one car, but they manage to sell millions. Almost all of their essential manufacturing parts are created locally to significantly reduce production costs. Their enormous factories operate on a massive scale, which pushes the unit price down further. That is exactly why they can comfortably offer brilliant vehicle options well under $20,000. Now, this upcoming model is not just another standard release for the global automotive industry. It serves as a massive warning signal to every competitor currently pushing overpriced electric cars. They created a brilliant factory system combining standard petrol with a highly affordable alternative fuel. This unique setup heavily increases overall mileage while drastically cutting down the daily running costs. They are not merely selling cars, they are building a reliable ecosystem for everyday drivers. If they continue following this exact path, they will effortlessly leave expensive competitors far behind. When buyers first saw this upcoming model, they were genuinely amazed by the practical features. The base pricing strategy clearly proves this brand still deeply cares about average household budgets. You can comfortably drive a brand new vehicle off the lot for about $6,000, and the alternative fuel variants offer even more long-term value for daily city commuters. How exactly do you get so much practical daily utility packed into such affordable prices? The secret is that they build the specialized alternative fuel systems entirely inside their factories. This means they completely avoid the high costs associated with external suppliers and aftermarket modifications. For a person managing a tight daily budget, this vehicle seamlessly fits into their life. The updated exterior design feels a bit more modern while keeping its classic tall shape. This specific tall stance makes navigating through heavy city traffic and tight parking spaces effortless. And because of that extra vertical height, passengers experience surprisingly comfortable headroom inside the cabin. They added sharper headlights that provide a premium feel without increasing the final manufacturing cost. The front grille features subtle upgrades that give the entire vehicle a slightly bolder appearance. It certainly does not look like a cheap compromise. It actually feels quite properly designed. Now let us dive into the mechanical heart of this highly discussed new budget vehicle. When everyday buyers look for a car, they care deeply about reliability and maintenance costs. The company did not invent crazy new engines, they just perfected what already works flawlessly. Under the hood sits a highly proven small engine that delivers smooth and consistent power. It provides enough strength for daily office commutes or weekend trips with your entire family. But the absolute best feature is the specialized factory-fitted alternative fuel kit included inside. Since the system is installed during manufacturing, the engine runs perfectly without any annoying glitches. You get optimal fuel efficiency, lower running vibrations, and a fully backed company warranty plan. The power output drops slightly in alternative fuel mode, but the car never feels sluggish. It perfectly manages normal city traffic speeds while keeping your daily fuel expenses incredibly low. They tuned the entire computer system to match the exact requirements of the new fuel. This careful calibration ensures the engine parts remain fully protected and operational for many years. Rumors suggest they might even hide the fuel tanks under the floor to save space. This brilliant engineering move would completely solve the classic problem of losing valuable trunk capacity. The certified mileage numbers are truly staggering for anyone used to paying premium gas prices. Real-world driving will easily save a regular commuter thousands of dollars over a single year. You also retain the standard gas tank for those longer highway trips across the country. Switching between the two fuel systems is incredibly simple with just the push of a button. The suspension easily absorbs typical city road bumps, providing a surprisingly smooth ride for passengers. This engine platform has been heavily tested across millions of vehicles over the past decade. If you desperately want to reduce your monthly expenses, this vehicle becomes an obvious choice. So why exactly is this massive market leader totally ignoring the current electric vehicle hype? People constantly ask why they are still focusing on hybrid and alternative fuel engines today. The honest truth is they are observing the real market conditions with extreme logical caution. While everyone talks endlessly about electric futures, the actual sales data tells a different story. A vast majority of regular buyers simply cannot afford to purchase brand new electric cars. If this brand suddenly shifted entirely to electric, their core loyal customers would be abandoned. Another massive hurdle is the severe lack of reliable charging infrastructure outside of major cities. Rural areas and small towns are absolutely not ready to support a fully electric transition. High-capacity batteries are incredibly expensive to manufacture and eventually replace after a few years. That extra battery cost always gets passed directly down to the average struggling daily consumer. Meanwhile, traditional gas prices remain painfully high, which forces buyers to seek immediate practical alternatives. Alternative factory fuel systems provide an instant financial relief without the heavy electric vehicle premium. This company understands that working families need reliable transportation today, not a distant future promise. Servicing electric cars requires entirely new training, expensive tools, and completely rebuilt local repair networks. This brand already operates thousands of service centers globally that specialize in traditional combustion engines. They are quietly developing their own electric models in the background without rushing the process. Their clear strategy is to wait until the infrastructure and battery costs become genuinely affordable. Until that day arrives, they will happily dominate the massive gap left by premium competitors. They know that forcing an expensive, untested product onto consumers will quickly destroy brand trust. So they play the long game by offering affordable transition vehicles that people actually want. Now we must discuss the critical safety features included in this surprisingly capable budget car. The company significantly upgraded their standard safety equipment to protect families during daily city commutes. You now get multiple interior airbags as standard, which greatly improves overall driver confidence levels. Advanced braking systems help prevent the vehicle from dangerously slipping during sudden emergency stopping situations. They even included intelligent hill assist features so the car never rolls backward on inclines. Rear parking sensors are standard, and higher trims feature very clear backup camera monitoring systems. These additions completely change the old narrative that affordable cars must compromise on basic safety. Stepping inside the cabin, you are greeted by a surprisingly spacious and well-designed interior. A large central touchscreen flawlessly connects with your smartphone for easy daily navigation. Convenient steering wheel controls allow you to safely manage your music without dropping your focus. The climate control system works effectively to keep the entire cabin comfortable during hot days. High seating positions give the driver an excellent command of the busy road ahead always. Rear passengers benefit from the clever boxy design, which maximizes available leg and headroom. They thoughtfully included plenty of storage spaces for your drinks and daily travel accessory items. For a simple daily driver, the overall comfort level completely exceeds the low price tag. Navigating through tight city streets is an absolute breeze thanks to the incredibly light steering. You never feel exhausted after spending hours stuck in terrible rush hour traffic jams daily. The short vehicle length allows you to effortlessly squeeze into extremely challenging street parking spots. Even at higher highway speeds, the car remains stable enough for regular family road trips. Now let us see how this practical machine stacks up against its slightly flashier competitors. Rival companies offer similar small vehicles, but their pricing structures often hide expensive required upgrades. Some competitors focus heavily on premium exterior styling but sacrifice critical interior passenger cabin space. Others boast about better safety ratings but deliver significantly worse daily fuel economy and range. If you want luxury features on a budget, you will always sacrifice something truly important. This specific car completely dominates by simply refusing to add useless and expensive cosmetic gimmicks. They focused entirely on space, reliability, running costs, and accessible maintenance for the everyday driver. Because they sell so many units, replacing parts remains incredibly cheap compared to rival brands. You are getting absolute maximum value for every single dollar you spend on this vehicle. Resale values remain incredibly strong because there is always a massive demand for reliable cars. Even after several years of hard use, you can easily recover a huge initial investment. Taxi drivers, delivery workers, and sensible families are actively choosing this over expensive electric options. While the rest of the automotive industry chases the wealthy, this brand protects the masses. They have created a highly profitable empire simply by listening to what real people need. Competitors will continue struggling to match this perfect balance of supreme affordability and daily utility. If you need a reliable daily machine that keeps your hard-earned money perfectly safe, this remarkable budget-friendly vehicle stands completely alone as the ultimate practical choice for everyone. It is not about creating the most advanced technology, it is about true daily survival. The entire automotive industry could learn a massive lesson from this incredibly grounded business strategy. They proved that you do not need to reinvent the wheel to make massive profits. You just need to build a sensible wheel that absolutely everyone can easily afford today. The budget revolution has officially arrived, and it runs on completely practical and affordable engineering. Do not let flashy marketing campaigns convince you to spend money you do not have. Smart buyers are quietly taking advantage of this incredible financial loophole in the automotive market. The true game changer is not a battery, it's actually basic common sense manufacturing. Everyday transportation should never force a working family into years of stressful and heavy debt. This company fundamentally understands that basic mobility is an absolute necessity for modern daily survival. They will inevitably continue leading the global market while others chase impossible green technology dreams. The era of the hyper-affordable daily driver is far from over in our modern world. In fact, it is evolving into something significantly smarter and much more financially resilient today. The smartest choice you can make right now is to simply follow the practical numbers. This simple vehicle completely redefines what true automotive value means for the modern working class.